Chat, chat, it is time. Hey, Slowpokes, it's Torso11. Welcome back to World Building. Excuse me. Mm. World Building Wednesdays. Drink some water, stay hydrated, live your best life. You're early. This is a good omen. Hello, Death. What's poppin'? Welcome to stream. We are doing more language stuff. You actually made it. Yeah. Good on ya. We're doing more tales, stories, and myths and stuff. So, where were we? Oh, that's right. We figured out all the, like the frickin' motives of the world and the sky, and now we're translating those into, um, like cultural myths. So, okay, the world has got a lot on its plate. It's the manager of everything. So its job is to sort of delegate that kind of stuff. Um, the sky, it wants action. Why is the sky close to the world but can't really go anywhere? What was the sky's motive again? It wants to be where all the things are, as I have so elegantly put it here. Uh, I've got sort of like I guess a cold you would call it, so I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water this stream. But freaking I realized why I left that la last time I touched this. I put it off until now because it's this is difficult to figure out. So, oh shoot, wait, hold on. Uh, I just realized that I hadn't window capped it. That's my bad. That's my bad. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Whoa, whoa, hey. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything is awesome. So, um, we need a creation myth. So, what people think is happening, what's actually happening, right? The world is very busy making sure everything is running smoothly. It delegates a lot of its responsibilities to lesser forces, like ecological niches, ecosystems, evolution, basically all of the creatures and stuff. Um, the people think that like the world is like playing 4D chess and it's like, whoa, look at all this stuff that he's created. But the world actually, from its perspective, is making, I don't know, this seems backwards. Because the concept of the world combines all of the stuff that's already there. It's the culmination of everything, not like the overarching existence of everything. So it's sort of like if your kid was your boss. Because all of the little parts in the world make up this big thing, right? But this big thing can only exist with all of those little parts in play. Because the world wouldn't exist if, like, the physical world wasn't there. So, the world, by making things run smoothly, actually, it really is looking for all things to become connected. Connection. So, the sky deals with flight and detachment and removal from all of that stuff, but the world is very like keyed into attachment and groundedness. Yeah, I'm liking where this is going. So it wouldn't. rent the druid's body for agency to like go around. This would be more of the skies deal. Um, so the world would actually the sky sort of takes wherever the druid is. It makes them bigger, if that makes sense. Like right pretend let's say like molecules and stuff is level 1. And then we've got microscopic organisms at level 2. We've got the tiny things like ants and stuff on level 3. Level 4 is like all of the herbivores, right? We'll say level 10 is like people. Um, Level 13 might be like tectonic plate movements. And level 18 is like stars and stuff. So what the sky would do is it would take the druids that are at level 10 and like bump them up a few places to where the sky is. Won't be able to chat for like 20 minutes, that's fine. So what the world would do is it would take the druid and it would sort of give the druid the ability to comprehend things at lower levels. The world is very much like an inward sort of idea, and the sky is very outward. So very early on, we're developing these concepts of inwardness and outwardness and connection, and I think we should build on that. So the world and the sky. So the world has an inward focus. The sky has an outward focus. So the world would see things in terms of like the minutia, the details. But the sky would see everything in broad strokes. Because if you think about it, the higher up you are, the smaller everything looks. And so naturally, you'd only be able to pick up on like the big things that go on. And the world would you'd be as close to the world as possible, so you'd naturally be like looking in on it. And cities and stuff would be giant in this sort of realm. So then this emerges the concept of the horizon. Sort of the boundary between the inward and the outward. And that philosophically can lead to concepts like, hold on, boundary between inward and outward. And that sort of leads to concepts like the barriers or the skin. That kind of stuff. So uh already what we're doing is sort of constructing like a pantheon. So the world, what are we calling the world? Where is the world? The world. Uh Sewodos. So Sewodos, the sky is What is the sky? The sky is Teosos, right? Yeah, Teosos. Um, the sky sort of has day and night. Or I guess the sun and the moon would sort of be what would be considered gods. Yeah, I really think with this I should like leaving it to sit and like stew in my head was the play. Um Guoneros is the sun. The sun, the moon. Uh Guoneros. And then the moon is Lomonos. Also, forgive me for all the traffic sounds. I've got a window open because I'm burning a candle, and I want my air quality to remain good. Cause it's fall. Oh, chat, I'm excited. 5 more days until October. I love October. I love the 8th month. That's the actual 10th month. Go for like an hour. You got homework due for Monday. Yeah, you gotta go do that. You gotta go do the homework. Very important. Um, so with Druidism, right here, in how it works in this world, the Druids would sort of regard everything kind of like a god, you know? There's spirits for everything, from caves to rivers to trees. So, giving every god in this religion's pantheon, or this proto religion's pantheon, wouldn't really be feasible. Because the non druids, right, they sort of see the big stuff. Um, Again, these are human druids. So the way this is hard to explain. So I'm gonna move all of this over here, actually. So I like this idea of concentrated identity. I'm definitely going to roll with that. But we've got humans and we've got fairies. So humans are definitely more connected to the world, right? And fairies are definitely more connected to the sky. But what's crazy is they actually have opposite worldviews. So fairies are connected to the sky. The sky, right, sees everything in broad strokes. It's a very outward focus, very go with the flow kind of deal. But fairies famously are very caught up on the details, very interested in the minutia. Humans, on the other hand, they are sort of the broad strokes, go with the flow, what feels right in the moment kind of creature. Um, while the world is the inward focused, detail oriented force. So it would kind of seem like humans would be the ones oriented with the sky, and the fairies be the one oriented with the world. But the reason hmm. Oh, okay. So druids, right? In order to be a druid, you have to be an exceptionally fairy-like human or an exceptionally human-like fairy. That's because in order to be in order to become a druid, you've got to be closer to these big concepts, right? So fairies, in order to get closer to the sky, have to adopt the more broad, human-like outward focus. And in order to become closer to the world, humans have to adopt the detail-oriented inward focus. That's how Druidism happens. The only reason that these are separate from their, I guess, governor, we'll call him, is because they don't like meet the threshold for Druidism. Okay, I need to write that down actually. So, actually, hold on. Our nature spirits. This is all old, so I'm gonna write this down real quick, and then I will update all of this stuff. So, um, humans are of the world, while fairies are, right, yeah, fairies are of the sky. The the world is very detail oriented. Oop. These are all 12-point font for some reason. Okay. The world's very detail oriented and it's very loose. We'll say fluid. Fluid and outward focused. Wow, I cannot type. So, I don't know why these are merged. But, humans are more similar to the sky in worldview, while fairies are more similar to the world in worldview. So, in order to become a druid, one must be exceptionally closer to their, I don't know what to call it. We'll say realm? Than others of their kind. In doing so, they adopt a degree of conceptuality. We'll also put in these, allowing them to interact with the forces, other forces of nature. Okay. In a sense, then druids are more pixie-like. Hmm. I don't know. All of this is sort of whack. But I'm not gonna touch it because I don't have the attention for that right now because I'm focused on making myths and stuff. So anyway, as I was going on about, did I put that up there? No. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna. There we go. And now I need to actually write this. Number. Animate adjective. Number. Right? Meaning 2. Literally anim adjective number. Okay. Ergative, animate, adjective. Okay. People are talking out there. I don't wanna. Okay. Um, where was I in doing this? Freaking, right. We're naming these guys. So, the horizon. We gotta start talking about that. So, we will copy and paste. And there we go. The horizon. And man, my brain is dying. Freaking heck. So they have an EW there that I sort of want to work with. And this is Cebuedos Tewosos. So so I want to sort of match that. Guess who is alive? Walter Black. Walter. I am the one who rings the doorbell. Um, Welcome to chat. Freaking, what was I doing? Ugh, I am all over the place. The Horizon, yes. So we had what we got today. Well, what we got today is we're working on conlangs, making silly language for a book I'm writing. I need to come up with a word for the Horizon, and I think it's going to be something like Haven. Gotta check to make sure that I don't have that already. Alright. Now we can actually work on the things. So we've got Kwenir, Kwen Neil, Kwonos. Oh, gotta check this. Yeah. Oksh. And then Okshewan. Instrumental. I don't really know how they would use instrumentally, but whatever. I promise things are going to get interesting soon. This has L, so it's Kewilnik, and this is Kewin lore. Lots of consonants there. Here we have Kewin. Oh, it's Kewinir. Oop. Kewinil. Kewinos. And Kewin lore. All right. So now we've got the horizon, which is named Kewonos. Which is the horizon. Right. So the sun and the moon, they control the day and night respectively. Although the moon does show up during the day. So we've got to explain that somehow. Currently we are making a creation myth. So we should start off there. So in the beginning, say what else had grand design. First light emerged from the sea. Okay, so would they have access to the ocean? humans are here right now. I mean, they could move over here, I suppose. Did PIE have a word for ocean? Making me miss Fortnite. Oh, I see. Yes, Fortnite. Wait, no. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Fortnite. Gotta pronounce it correctly. I mean, I have a father, but that's as close as you're gonna get. I see. Um, so, so sick. The good old days. There's no direct evidence that the Proto-Indo-European language had a word for the ocean. The great river or sea surrounding the disk of Earth. Right, okay. So, they haven't discovered the ocean yet. So, from their perspective, it's all just land. So, we don't need the Earth emerged from the sea. That's BS. They would be like Pixar didn't happen. So, um the druids are the ones interacting with these directly, getting the first source knowledge, or what little they can pry, because the world honestly has better stuff to do than to trauma dump to just some random guy with magic powers. So the druids are gonna get what little evidence they can, then tell the people, the regular non-druid people, about it, and then the non-druid people are gonna be like, ah, it's a sign from the gods, and the druid is like, they're more like weird coworkers, but okay. All right, so we need to actually like come up with a game plan here. So, um, Sewados is very detail oriented, so they would probably see Sewados as sort of like an inventor of sorts. Ah, so no, I had a thought and I lost it. But um, the humans see uh, Sewados as an inventor of sorts. So that would lead to the like freaking brain. Oh, so Sewados invented the world. Invented the land, we'll call it. So Sewados invented the land, creating many. Oh, I'm still sticking with that grand design idea. So Sewados had a grand design for. We're just going to say had a grand design because Sewados is just their word for the world. So it would be like saying the world had a grand design for the world. That doesn't really make sense unless um there's no third person. That's right, because they haven't invented third person pronouns yet. They're still like young baby humans in the early days. So they would use the demonstrative. Um they would see it as it had a grand design for Tedir. That's as close as that's as close as the bruh, my brain. Why am I streaming? I'm making a fool of myself. Tedir is the closest translation we can get. But I'm just going to say themselves here. So Sewados had a grand design for themselves. world brought the earth yeah, can I get this is so difficult. I don't know why this is so difficult for me today. All the linguistic details is great. It's fine. I blitzed through this. But it's like as soon as you tell me to write a story, it's just I'm blanking. Sodos had a grand design for themselves. First step. Are they going to say that they made the Earth or the Earth was already there? From the world's perspective, the Earth was already there. From the Earth's perspective, the Earth was already here. So, first step, Earth's already here. That's great. You gotta carve the rivers. No, that's dumb. First step, you've got to shape the mountains. Although their word for shaping stone comes from stone napping, so it would probably be like they Pseudos napped the mountains. Second step, gotta make the plants. How do you make plants? Oh, well, you plant them, obviously. Plant the plants. You gotta sow the earth. Third step. This looks like a freaking like get rich quick scheme. Microbiology when I'm getting there. No, the humans of this time don't really have a concept of microbiology, so they wouldn't really like talk about it because they don't really even think it exists yet. That's not a thing to them. It's just like, what's smaller than a bug? I don't know, sand. What's smaller than that? I don't know. That's as small as you get. Some bugs are smaller than sand, you know. Damn. Wow, that's pretty small. And then they just like keep going on with their lives. I don't know if I'm gonna get into the actual like biology of this. The way I'm explaining fairies is that in they're like a separate species than humans, like they're in no way related to each other. Um, but they look very similar to each other because that's like the optimal. Oh, the sky literally. No, wait, hold on. Brain, work from here. Um, so there were humans and then there were elves, right? Lore drop for you here. There were humans and then there were elves, right? Elves are the precursors to fairies. So, um, elves came first. The world was doing all of this stuff, trying to make sure everything is connected, because the world was already like all of the stuff in the world was already there, and then the world became a concept, and then that concept got some amount of identity, and now the druids can talk to it. But the sky wanted to no, the sky didn't make elves. What the sky did was claim the elves. Where am I going with this? Um, well, let's say the world made humans by looking at. No, that's also dumb. Oh, how the tables turn. Now I'm the one late. Welcome to stream. I'm making a fool of myself as usual, so you didn't miss much. um, the humans are of the world, but I don't think the world made the humans. Ooh, 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 ooh. What? Okay, so what the world did was give the humans intelligence, despite the fact that elves didn't need the extra and like the boost there. Elves were already smart. Humans were dumb. Then the world gave them um of course the humans here don't know about this. This is like the real actual world lore. The world gave humans intelligence. Elves didn't need intelligence. They were already sentient. But humans need a little boost. So the world in like as a hobby decided, "Hey, let's give these nerds the brain power just as a joke, just for the bit, right?" And then at some point like where in the history is like here ish. Um the humans encounter them. No, actually way before this. Way before this. Different group of people. Different group of humans. Completely unrelated to the Wolverines. Um encountered the elves on this continent. And they had a big war, right? And the elves were losing. And this is all because humans got intelligence, right? Humans got intelligence and they were already territorial, and so right. So they got in big trouble. So um freaking I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This is sort of a leftover from the last uh draft of this book in the languages. So the last elf and the last human, or one of the last humans, because they fought on so long. They get jiggy with it. They get together. Um, the only way for the elves to like persist and live on is if the sky comes in. And the sky is like, "Hey, the world, what's going on here?" And the world is like, "Ah, my fantasy football team is beefing with the local population, and the local population is gonna die." And the sky is like, "Oh, damn, that sucks. Hey, can I actually do something for once?" And the world is like, "It literally cannot get worse than this. Sure, go ahead." And the sky is like, "All of you guys are magical girls now," and makes them into fairies. And that's the lore. God, you can tell I'm a professional. But the humans that speak this language, right? They don't know about any of that. They don't know about none of that because all of that happened on this continent. All of that was over here. The world is like, all right, enough of this. We're just gonna separate them. We're just gonna take our problems and push them somewhere else. And so the Earth put a bunch of humans here on this world, and the sky kept the fairies over here. Um, and then sometime around the ancient times, humans find the ocean and invent boats that can cross it, and so they get over here. And then, of course, the humans start beefing with the local population again, and slavery happens. But so funny Earth people became smart. Then on a continent that's probably going to get raised by the U.S. in the future, basically becomes fairies because the sky was feeling a little silly. Yes, that's canon now. All right. So, um, gave elves protection and made them fairies. Okay. I'm just going to leave that there. Third step in the making of the world, according to them. They gotta make the mountains, they gotta sow the earth, and that's it, Sky. No more fairy powers for a month. What happens next? You made the plants. Oh, you gotta do the animals. You've gotta make the animals. Make the animals. And then what they do get right from this is that humans were granted higher thought. That's what they understand about it. Because technically, humans are of the world, right? Because the world gave them intelligence. And elves are of the sky because the sky turned them into fairies. Or the fairies are of the sky because it turned elves into fairies. But both species just sort of existed prior. God, writing mythology is annoying. Sometimes I want to use that, but that's the mythology of these people, not the actual lore. Yeah. Yeah. For me, I'm sort of working backwards, because I gotta figure out what the actual lore is, and then how the people interpret it. And that sort of makes it harder, because I gotta learn the actual... Well, I gotta make the actual lore first. Ugh. But we push through. So now I gotta actually, like, translate this into a creation myth. I mean, I basically have half-baked the idea of real-world lore. Pretty much. Okay. Then the sky wanted to see what was going on, and so the sky had... God. So the druids learned from the sky. The sky has something to do with sight and knowledge. And the way that the humans interpret that is, oh, the sky has really bad eyesight, so it needs to press up against the earth, the world, in order to, like, see it. It had to sort of come down and be here, and that's why, like, wind and stuff exists. Sorry about that. What is going on? The sky is being real silly. That's what's happening. The sky is kind of just being a goober. Like, canonically, the sky has power over sight. Like, that is the power of the sky. You can see real far, you can fly real high. But the humans of this time interpret the sky as having really bad eyesight, and so it needs to get close in order to read anything. Which is silly. So Earth is basically the mother, while Sky is being a chaotic child, making the Earth's life harder. Like, it's not so much... They're not, like, related to each other. Like, the sky and the world are, like, from two separate... If you have to pin them into family trees, they're from two separate family trees. It very much is oh, the world is doing its own thing and the sky is like, "Ooh, what you up to?" It's very much a streamer and chat relationship. Some more annoying cousin? Yeah, yeah. You got games on your phone? Ugh. So it needs to get close in order to read anything. Ooh, but wait, chat. Um, the sky. Wow, I can't type. The sky then can't see through the horizon because it acts as a barrier. Um, according to the humans, because they don't know what's actually going on. So the sky borrows the world's animal power making powers. I don't know. Borrows the world's ability to make animals, and then the sky makes birds. This world blows up. We're gonna see people shipping Earth and sky. Nope. Yeah. Hey, listen. Once it gets to the public, it's out of my hands. All right. I'm gonna be in my 50s, and I'm gonna be reading Dubious: The Art of Promises, Yowie. And I'm just gonna be like, uh, I asked for this. I tempted fate, and this is my punishment. God. It, it was fun while it lasted. Okay. The sky then makes birds. Sky Dom because it's on. No, god damn it. Hey, honey, what's wrong? Someone drew fan art of the sky being hot. Ugh. I'm imagining. Oh, God. The horizon goes up to the world and is like, for the last time, it is sorry, Father, who art in heaven, I have sinned. Not sorry, Sky Daddy, I'm being naughty. And the world is like, you can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me how to live my life. And the sky is like, come on, Horizon, you're being a killjoy. And then humans invent racism, I guess. That's the lore. Uh, this is what you subscribe for. This is the quality content you wait every week for. This episode's gonna do so much better than the other ones. I know it already. I will pay you to. This is worse than being called mommy by strangers. It's up there. I mean, that's already really bad. Every week, I am just subjected to sheer amounts of psychic damage. The sky makes birds. That's the lore. Um, Okay, I should get to translating. Oh, we've got a whole hour left. Psychological damage, actually. I need a freaking therapist or a psychiatrist or both. Both might help. So is the night and day sky different? Oh, okay. So that reminds me, I do have to flesh that out. So the sun and the moon are separate, like, things, right? When the sun is in the sky, then day exists, and you can interact. Druids can interact with the day. When the moon is in the sky and it's nighttime, then the druids can interact with the night. Sometimes the moon is like visible during the day, but the sun is there, and that makes it daytime. It's mostly the presence or absence of the sun that causes day or night. Sort of like how birds belong to the realm of the sky. It's sort of like the sun and the moon preside over the day and the night. Does the sky have DID? What? No. I mean, like, is the sky still the sky? It's not a night sky and a day sky. Correct. The sky is still the sky. However, the day and the night are separate things that exist simultaneously depending on the presence of the sun. The moon is just also there sometimes. Think of day and night being sort of like, how do I put this? Different rooms. When the sun is there, no, that's dumb. Don't think of it like that. I lost my train of thought. I'm dying. So, right, sky's always around. I mean, the four guys keep crashing in for half the day. I'm so confused. So am I, Death. I am just as lost as you guys. I'm playing this by ear. Like, my sources, I literally made it up. I think I get it. Good. Can you explain it to us? Teach me how my book works, please. Well, I freaking translate this. So, world had, I need, it's SOV, right? Yeah, SOV. So, how does for work? Do I have a word for that? How do contractions work in other word orders? Um, what? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. This guy's always around. Meanwhile, the sun and day kind of walk in for half the day, and the other half, the moon and night, crash in instead. Yeah, they're separate entities. Um, yeah. But, like, there is correlation that, like, the sun and the day are, like, related, and the moon and the night are related. It's just that sometimes the moon is also present during the day. But the sun is never present at night. Yowie Moon. No, we're not doing this. Nope. Pick a different thing. Man, I don't have the brain power for this. We we power through. I gotta lock in, chat. Yeah, but what does happen with a solar eclipse? Um, well, from their perspective, wait, hold on. Um, the it looks from their perspective like a hole in the sky. Like there's a hole in the sky. And because there's a hole in the sky, all of the stuff that's outside the sky gets in. And that's why it gets dark out. What's outside the sky? Demons, probably. I don't know. That's why they're terrified of it. Now, eclipses are always important for the villain. It's too rare and never need it. Thousands of years are going to pass between these things. Eclipses happen all the time in the scale of 1,000 years. It's always important for the villain. Nah, the villain ain't gonna do anything during an eclipse. He just gets like the regular kind of powerful. I guess maybe a time limit would be good for the plot, but we're not there yet, chat. We've got the proto-lang. What is TAOP? Oh, that's an acronym for the book's name, The Art of Promises. Never mind, yeah. My face when sokos shobos tak quosos erad hrem. Sounds like a wholesome Sun Tzu. I don't know how to translate this. World themself for grand design had. Would that be it? Is that how that work? Actually, I'm just not even going to write this. There we go. Uh, the villain you're talking about? Okay, so funny thing. Magic is yellow. Like a goldy yellow in this world. Like Phi magic specifically. So in order to use arcane magic, that's the way the humans do. You need a rune stone. A rune stone is sort of like a corrupted natural object that broke a promise and then its pixie died. So now it is sort of like absent from all of that jazz. So they turn blue when interacting with magic. When there's so much, they turn green, but they can't go all the way to yellow because they're impure. A physical broken promise, if you will. So, because magic is yellow, what happens when a fairy touches the skin of a human? Fairies are naturally all sorts of magical. Humans are not. So when a fairy touches a human, it sort of leaves like a golden print on their skin of like where the fairy touched. Like if you put a hand over your face, it would leave a golden handprint there. Or rather, if a fairy placed their hand on your face, it would leave a golden handprint. Um, when mages use too much arcane magic, or the more they use, the more like gold their veins get as the magic sort of courses through them. So the villain of this book, his name is Midas. His shtick is that he's going to be the most powerful mage, and he wants to basically always have a magical battery of fairies around him, um, so that he can be powerful enough to go conquer all of the everything. So he uses so much magic constantly that he's pretty much like always golden. Taurus, have you been playing Silly Songs of Morgante with the fairies again? I see that gold handprint. uh, so that's sort of like the main villain of this book. Is like that guy. The Emperor. Anyway, Grand, that's a big design. So what is he? Is he gold or radiates a gold aura? Like his body physically, like no, it doesn't turn into the gold metal, but it looks like it, because that's what magic does to the human body. So the main villain's constantly on battery packs. Well, yes and no. It's not like he's got a dependency on it biologically, because humans are going to be humans whether or not they're exposed to magic. He doesn't need it to function. But in order to like fuel his crazy magical powers all the time, he needs a constant supply of magic um to rip out, like in order to get that constant supply, he rips it out of the fairies. I don't know. It'll make more sense when I actually write the book. I'm loopy right now, so um yeah, kind of like a phone. You don't need a phone to live, but you got to keep it plugged in constantly. Yeah. Yeah. Except Midas, Emperor Midas is going the full Elon Musk Neuralink route and trying to turn his entire body into a cell phone by just flooding it with a bunch of magic to get superpowers. And I mean, it works. That might be a spoiler, maybe not. I don't know. This is absolutive adjective. What is this, Warhammer 40K? It's a book I'm writing. Welcome to stream. Watch this stream get tons of viewers. Well, hey, we've already got 5 people. A new record! Woo! Welcome to stream, guys. Um, not deranged enough for Warhammer. I don't know. I'm pretty goofed up in the dome. Yeah. Do we have a word for that? It would be have, right? Have in the past tense. But the past tense is being handled by just saying yesterday. But yesterday isn't enough. It's got to be at the start. But how do we say at the start? Well, in order to say the start, we've got to turn start from a verb into a noun. Well, how do we do that? I don't know. Oh yeah, yesterday was John F. Bellman Day. Never forget. Never forget. There's so much happening. This is a goofy stream. Okay. We're just gonna say have, and they'll just get it from context. So, cebollos. No, actually, it's not cebollos. It's the ergative form. So it's sewe deer. And then big, right? Adjectives before nouns? No. Noun after adjective. Or it's adjective after noun. Sewe deer. We need design. We'll call that a pattern. Pattern's a good word for that. Ooh. That was cut. Okay. Quick, we need more views. Get back to talking about the sky and the earth. Long, long story short, chat is saying that the sky tops the world. That's sort of what's going on. They're convinced that it's canon, but I refuse to confirm or deny anything. Uh, that sounds accurate, yeah. Um, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, pattern. I should capitalize this. Um, we'll have two places for the root. Um, there. Because it's sort of like a pattern. Ah, needs to be in the middle. Uh, do I do wonder though if the elements have any feeling of love? Like not like they would need it. Like they're immortal concepts and all. Um, it I mean, yes and no. If they do, it doesn't look like human love. But it's like, why does a stone fall when dropped? Because it made a promise that it would always return to the ground. You know? Why does water flow? Because it made a promise it would never stop searching. That kind of stuff. So it doesn't really look like human love. And us personifying it as human love is just putting it in terms we can understand. But it's sort of like its own thing. Forgot to stop calling the concepts elements. Yeah. Um. So fire, earth, water, wood, those are all elements, right? But so is a single stone. So is a river. So is the day. So is the sky, right? I've been sort of calling them the forces of nature or concepts because that's sort of what the druids interact with. They wouldn't talk to like all stone as like the material stone collectively. They would talk to a stone. Like, hey Pebble, give me this thing and I'll give you that. Yeah, pretty much yeah, exactly. So, whatever they've got going on, it's not human love. It's something else. But there's a certain amount of honor in like keeping with your promises that really all of that stuff has no reason to keep, you know? Like there's no incentive, I guess. Like a rock does not get a reward for falling downwards. It doesn't get like you get 5 good boy coins for falling downward the correct speed. It's not like that. Rocks fall because they made a promise to. And they wouldn't make a promise like that defines their actions if like they didn't mean it, you know? Surely if all things follow the one rule of the world, they should have made a promise on behalf of the materials. For example, the concept of gravity or the world made the promise on behalf of the materials. Is there a punishment for breaking the promises? Oh wait, that makes pet stones can be real? Yeah. Pet stones have always been real. Is there a punishment for breaking a promise? Yeah, fairies, they physically cannot do that on purpose. And if they were to, they would die. So fairies will just straight up die because of it. They're like biologically bound to commission and promises and stuff. Um, when a rock or whatever breaks their promises, they turn into a rune stone because the pixie inside that keeps the rock making the like keeping to the promise also dies. What if a human doesn't follow through with it? Doesn't matter. Humans are not aware of gravity and that stuff as a promise they have made. Um, in that sense, humans have the least agency because they can't actively break the promises that keep them following the laws of physics and that kind of stuff. But they can break social promises with each other. Humans don't have access to what I'm calling the big force commission. This one's the important one. Humans don't really do that. Like all of the I'm using rocks as a repeated example, but it also is like trees and animals and whatnot. They all do commission. Humans don't. So while humans will still fall to the ground, right, following gravity, and they still like all of their internal chemistry works properly and whatnot, it's not a promise that they make. It's sort of if I had to explain it, I'm gonna use electrons as an example. So say you've got a stream of electrons. These are electrons, by the way, right? Every single electron has its rules of how it goes about doing stuff. It'll move in a certain way, it'll interact with things in a certain way, that kind of stuff. Now, if this electron beam was turned off for the amount of time that it takes one electron to stop firing, and then it continues, obviously this electron wouldn't be able to jump the gap because it's a continuous stream of them. And because of that, I don't know if you've ever played a factory game where it stops producing an item or a shape or whatever you need for just one instance, one tick. But you're going to be left with a hole that functions identically to an electron. In physics, this is called an electron hole. That's literally what it's called. Like, you can... Wikipedia still can't be... Okay. A spherical hole is a quasi-particle denoting the lack of an electron at a position where one could exist. Is the absence of an electron in a full valence band. A hole is essentially a way to conceptualize the interactions of electrons with a nearly full. So basically, this electron hole is going to keep moving down this line the same as anything else would, because it's simply a gap. It looks like this is following the same rules. It looks like this is moving at some speed, but only because the thing in front of it and the thing behind it are moving at that speed. So humans are sort of like a commission hole, if you will. And don't take that out of context, nor do I recommend looking up commission hole. But they fall to the ground and they obey all the laws of physics, not because they have commission to, but simply because that's the only option they have. Because the thing in front of them and the thing behind them in this line of actions or stuff, you could even call it fate if you wanted to, because the things that surround it do. So I guess Verbalace made a commission to Lust for 50K. Bro should have stayed hidden away when he had the chance. Anyway, back to silly language stuff. This feels like zoning out in math class. Yes. Design. That was pattern, wasn't it? We call it grand design the big pattern. Pattern. I didn't actually make the word yet, so that is terra terrier. And this is... I'm actually going to do that. So it's... Ah, man, all of these got gypped. I mean, hey, any of this will make more sense than inertia making a potato go up the knife. Actually, no, that's a really good example of what it is. Yeah, forget all of that electron hole stuff I just said. People falling down is like the potato going up the knife. They have, like, commission inertia or whatever. I don't know, man. My explanations only really work for half of this stuff. Toril. Toratoros. Did everyone else die? Nah. I'm just not very interesting. In fact, you're weird for liking me. I've decided it now. And now everyone knows. Only now. Martyrdom. Drop a live grenade when killed. This one's a doozy. Ocharatar. 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 There we go. Instrumental. Um, this is Tlerat. Tlerat. I can't even say it. Tleratlerik. The considerative form. This one's even harder. This is Trater. Lore. Surprise, this is what gives me the insanity tag, not the whole mommy. Can we stop calling me mommy, chat? Please. I forbid it. This is Tiratir rear. Tiratir. This is I forgot the H here. Fine Sky Daddy. Nope, even bad. Don't. Please do not refer to me as your parent. I ain't your mama, I ain't your papa, and I am certainly not your mommy. I can't focus. My brain is becoming melt. Okay. Mommy? Oh, chat. What am I gonna do with you? I think you all need to subscribe to me. I don't care if you're already subscribed. Subscribe a second time. Find my... Nope, even worse. I will put you in timeout if you keep this up. I'll do it. I'm crazy. Notice how there's 2 more viewers now? God. This is what my life is now. I get called mommy on the internet for likes and views. Turatoros. And this is Twirlor. I just stopped in for lols. Yeah, dude, that's the internet. Uh, no, I mean the Hollow Knight stream with the first mommy call. He killed him the most. I gotta go. I will be right back. Let's see how many viewers I've lost. Okay, the first thing I read is, what if he's drawing the maid costume on Gilbert right now? And you guys are awful. This is what I come back to. Holy moly. Okay, let me scroll through all of these. There's so many messages. You guys comment more when I'm gone than when I'm actually doing stuff. You think he's buying a maid costume? He'd never survive a Twitch chat. I hope he buys a maid costume. With Nico Iris. Alright, well that's on the list. Everyone. Good job, you've convinced me. Imagine trying to explain this to a therapist. I can just pull up the stream. I don't have to explain nothing. The evidence is here. I want you to see what my chat's like. Today we're doing a reaction video. Tortoise goes to therapy. Gonna draw a maid dress on the turtle. Ugh. Valentine's Day. Gilbert drawn with a maid costume on. Drawn like a... Wait. He already did a face reveal? Yeah. Tantalus ball. For sure 99% he's loading up a spray bottle. Wait, or was 1 month the start of Cassette Beasts? That was a while ago. He's booking a therapy session now. He called me Bobby. It's just like the soy jack face. Hold on. These 2 extra viewers are quite possibly came at the worst time. You gotta have a throw it and have a viewer pay for the caddy. Alright. Well, you are all crazy. Y'all are a bit silly in the head. I would pattern. We are all banned. Alright, chat, I need money to publish the art of promises. If you give me $2,000, I'll do the maid costume stream. You know, a lot of the reason that I'm excited for October is because I actually already drew up a Halloween costume for Gilbert. And it is not a maid costume. Don't get your hopes up. Not a maid costume. Freaking, if you guys can get me to it was halfway through typing. Yeah, no. If you guys can get me to, how many subscribers am I at now? 165. If you guys can get me to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. 500. That's all it takes. I will do full on maid costume. I'm talking everything. There you go. There's your incentive. 400 accounts. If that's what it takes. Have fun with that. Have fun trying to come up with 400 email addresses. Where was I? Pattern. Absolutive. That's Tora Toros. And then big absolute adjective. That's humos. Close, but not quite. You fool. I have 700 alternative accounts. As long as each of us make 100 alt accounts, we can reach 400. Good luck. Have. What is the word for have? Osh. Yeah, would it be osh? They already sort of took that as a genitive. Um, there we go. We'll make it osha. Ah, that's fine. Is that allowed? Phonotactics. Osha. Mm. Osha. There we go. Oh, well, actually, wrong again. I'll make it hosh. Hosh. Okay, we've got the first sentence of the creation myth, and it only took us an hour and 42 minutes. Someone gonna post this to 4chan. Probably subscribe. Project Mommy. What counting system does your world use? It uses base tortoise made 10. What? What is wrong with you all? uh, I'm writing a strongly worded letter to my congressman. There. I have emailed my congressman. All right. Freaking, can I grab the thing? TAOP, the art of psychological warfare. I can't grab the... There. Okay. First step, map the mountains. I'm just gonna say that in reference to Sewados, not mountains. Tortoise, how is a congressman gonna file a restraining order on me? I don't know. They're billionaires. I'm not a billionaire. I'd assume that gives them some amount of power in the economy and the society that the billionaires have designed. Basically, it's just treated as like plot armor or whatever. Freaking, definitely not helping chat streamer cohesion. Now you're definitely gonna have to make 400 alt accounts. I don't think you're able to. It is. Oh wait, I have to actually. Frick. This is demonstrative, animate, mountains, nap. Wait, hold on, wait, hold on, wait, hold on, wait, hold on, wait. How did these work again? So it's start, right. Stay is intransitive. I stay river. Then stay becomes postposition. Now stay becomes intransitive. At stays a postposition. The river caused me to stay. Shen means stay in VSO order, means at in SOV. Intransitive verb in VSO word order. Transitive verb in SOV. Okay. So that means that in order to say start in, well, I can actually just use the verb here and it's fine. Okay. Gotta go to sleep. Early start tomorrow. Great to tune in. As always, see you on Friday. I'm actually not gonna be streaming Friday. I have been going down to a card shop and playing Magic the Gathering on Friday. On Fridays. So I'm not gonna be available. I might see what I can do on Saturday though. But I'm also starting a job soon, so we'll see how that works out. Taurus is Earth mean well, no, not the case. Wrong. Oh, you meant like the comparison we made earlier, not okay. Yeah. No, that's probably accurate. I think you just canceled Friday during the break to book therapy. I need a job to pay for therapy. Okay. Um, demonstrative, animate, that is Tadir. Then mountain. Do I have a word for mountain? No. I need one. Freaking dang. Alright. Root. Um, so water is just the vowel and then D. So river. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. There we go. So we have Kegir, Kegil, um, Kogos, Okshag, uh, Klagik, and Kerglor. And then for adjectives, we have Kegir, Kegil, Kogos, and Klor. Okay. Mountain plural. This is absolutive plural. Can't mark it with plural. Gotta mark plurality with what was it? Helier. I can just write plural here. Mountain absolutive, and then now. Cool. Helier is Helier. Mountain is God. Gilbert from the front with eyes open would be horrible. You just gotta Drop that in the middle. Okay. Hold on. I've gotta look at Gilbert. Just imagine him staring you down. I don't know. Gilbert always looks to me like look at you from the side of the face, you know? Like Bart front facing. I'm running out of energy to react. Uh, like, it's not that you guys aren't being incredibly cursed right now. It's just that I'm running out of juice. Or Phineas from the. I'm running out of juice. Chat got me looking like Phineas from the front. That's caps lock. Kogos. And then nap. Quackar. Sewe dear Toratoros fumos hosh. Tedir helia kogos quackar. I mean, not even chat being cursed. It's just half awake brain. The other guys in chat are collateral damage. Real. I forget that, like, at different time zones, it's, like, super late for some peeps. Because what time is it? For me, it's 4:54 p.m. Stream ends soon. Friendly fire is on. That is an accurate way of putting it. Second step, sow the earth. Alright, do we have a noun, a verb for that? It'd be farm the earth. That farmed the earth. So, dem, anim, earth, absolutive. Oh, wait, shoot. Really, this ergative. Ergative. The earth absolutive, and then farm. Then Tedir earth is Okaros, and then farm. Ooh, wait. This is Dagon. So this is actually I want this to be VSO word order because the verb is important here. Same here. Quackar, Dagon, Tedir, Karos. Making plants. So person animal tool is tree, tree, grass, wheat, and fruit, right? I think grass and fruit is the things to go here. So the way I'm handling this, there's no word for and, so it's just grass fruit it makes. So, um, make or carve, guahem, mark or draw. I think quam is the word here. So it sort of like draws. You know, if Tortoise draws Gilbert wearing a Kuneko costume, I don't know, I'll go on a mommy crusade. Funny that the human named Tortoise and the tortoise named Gilbert. I don't know, my brain's dying more and more each second. The stream's almost over. 2 minutes. That's all we... It's a war of attrition. We do not torture me because it is easy. We torture me because it is hard. And then... It... Tedir. Sotos. Sodnos. Tosos. And then, so this is Earth Farm. Draw, because the way that works, right, it would be causative. Chedir. No, actually I can make grass absolutive, wheat absolutive, fruit absolutive. Yeah, so I would need derivative. So it would not be quam, but instead it would be guahem. Soap, stay with who's soap? Call of Duty game. The second this minute of stream has got it dropping back into bed. Yeah, I think that's the play. So far, the creation myth is Sewedir Tora Tor. Sorry, I'm gonna try and say it faster, like a fluent speaker. Sewedir Tora Toros Fumos Hosh, Quakar Tedir Helier Kogos, Dergin Tedir Okaros, Guahem Tedir Sotos Sodnos Tosos. And then it would continue. But that's what the language sounds like so far. I'm gonna call this one here. It's been 2 hours. Next time, we're going to continue doing this stuff. We made a lot of progress. Things are really good. I'm liking where this is going. Again, I'm starting a new job soon, so my streaming schedule will probably look a lot different. Once that all happens, I'm going to see what I can do. Yeah. Y'all have a good one. Say bye to Gilbert on your way out. Ring the notification bell. Give me to 500 subscribers and you can see me in a skirt. Bye.